I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm carrying right on that clip with the clip because I accidentally put a finger on one of the buttons on the back of the camera and it stopped the recording. But don't worry about it, we just carry straight on. Okay, so as I say, it's very important to have a very low flame. I'm just going to show you the flame. That's plenty of flame. And in fact, you can reduce it a little even. Okay. So we want a nice soft yellow flame at this stage. Alright. So the next thing is what I do is close the kiln and bring the chimney into position. Just bring the camera back a bit and you'll be able to see how I do that. So I've located the lid and the chimney is lined up here down through. What I've got to do now is bring my extractor assembly . Alright, so now this pipe here, with a piece on the end here, collects the burnt fumes that are coming out of the chimney and takes them outside. So we don't smell them inside here. Now, this is a bisque firing, so we're going to take it very slow to begin with. The first, generally I take the first hour and a half very just gently, you see. Gradually I turn up the gas, very gradually. What I do is I make sure that both gas taps are open on the burners, and then I turn the kiln up from outside on the main regulator, and that feeds equally to each burner, you see. So probably the firing will take, I would think, probably 5.5 hours in total, including an hour and a half's warm-up. I probably say 5.5 to 6 hours. Take it slowly, you see. Don't want to go too fast for the bisque, and that'll be it. So, and that'll be nice in here because it'll actually warm up the room a bit. Because after it's, by the way, I always fire, as well as having this chimney, this tube here, I always keep the main door open, okay, as well. It's a case of using your common sense a little bit, you know, with a lot of these things, and it makes sense to have the main door open, as well as having this extractor. Okay, so there it is. Those are a couple of chores that I wanted to do just now. The putting out that clay and lighting the bisque kiln and just explaining something about that to you. I hope that's been of help to you. Please go on my website, simonleachpottery.com. I do have some workshops I'm going to be doing. Well, we actually have a workshop here on the 8th and 9th. I think we're almost full. We may have 1 or 2 spaces. So if anybody is still interested in a workshop, even though it's late in the year, we hope that the weather will hold. December 8th and 9th here, keep practicing workshop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it's warm in here. We're going to crank up the stove and make sure it's nice, and we'll have hot water and everything. So if you feel like joining us for a workshop, write to me, simonleachpottery@gmail.com. Write me a line and say you're interested in coming, and I'll write back to you and tell you, give you the details. I was going to put it actually on my website, but I think the time is we're almost full up with people, so there's hardly any point in putting it up there now. But I'm going to be next year, I'm going to be in April, I'm going to be in Tucson, Arizona, at the Southern Arizona, what's it called? Oh dear. The Southern Arizona Clay Guild or something like that, from Tucson. And then I'm going to be up in California, in Walnut Creek, outside San Francisco way, April 20th. April 14th and 15th at Tucson, April 20th, Walnut Creek, and later in April I'm going to be up in Seattle at Snohomish, something like that. The dates though have got to be finalised. There is possibility of doing another workshop between April 20th though and that one up in Seattle, which is sometime in early May. So if you're in California and you want me to come and do a workshop in your locality with your pottery guild or cooperative, whatever, please write to me and we can talk about it. Yeah, it's going to be a busy round trip. We're going to drive all the way, right across, and then up, around, and then from Washington State back around, back to Pennsylvania, on a more northerly route, I suppose. So there we go. Life goes on. But above all, keep practicing. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.